What's up guys, it's Captain X Production 72 and welcome to episode 22 of collecting the complete saga in LEGO. If you're unfamiliar, this is my series where I'm collecting all of the playable characters from LEGO Star Wars the complete saga in LEGO. This series features many real minifigures, for example the Bespin Guard from 2006, as well as many custom minifigures, for example this Attack of the Clones Mace Windu up here. And in today's episode we're adding two minifigures that I'm very excited to add. So there's certain things that I thought I would find near impossible to find game accurate, things I thought I'd have to substitute, and weirdly enough I've found most of the harder stuff. It's the basic stuff that's kind of hard to find. It's like most manufacturers go, oh, we don't need the more basic things that are just like recolors of minifigures, we need the crazy stuff, you know, things like Shark T heads and stuff like that. But these two guys that we're adding, they're one of three. Annoyingly, I could not get the third one that goes with them. When I was ordering them off the website, by the way, these are made by Brick Rebellion. By the time I got my payment info in, the other one had sold, so I'm kind of going to get these two. And yeah, so there'll still be a gap, but I'm excited to try and add these to the stand, or I'm going to add, I don't know why I said try, but two really cool minifigures. One will be the more iconic if you played LEGO Star Wars 2. First, rather than the complete saga. So for those who don't remember, these were two games, LEGO Star Wars 1 and 2. So let's get over the table. This is fun. So as I was saying, I'm going to go shut a door so you'll hear that noise. These two figures are more iconic to people who played LEGO Star Wars 2, the original trilogy, because you start out as one of these minifigures. The other one's a purchasable minifigure in the Mos Eisley Cantina. But we'll start off with the one that you would play as if you opened up the mission at the start of the game. We have Captain Antilles. In this, you can immediately see what I mean by I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find some like this. Look at the helmet on this. This is not the real piece. I'm actually scanning my collection right now to see if I have one of the real ones on my shelf. If you've been watching the live streams, and this is for like, you know, late kind of mid-May, then you'll know I'm still putting things back on it. I do not have any of them handy to show you, but this is not the same piece that LEGO came out with in 2008. It is very different. And it's a really cool minifigure. And it's, you know, trying to find anyone making these that's good is really hard to do. And I think this is a really well done job by Brick Rebellion. But I don't just have him. No. I have, and I put the helmet. These helmets can come off easily. But, you know, for how good they look, I'm willing to put up with that. We have the Rebel Trooper to go with him. Now, sadly, he did bring out Rebel Friend at the same time. This is part of his Black Friday wave, if I remember correctly, for 2025, and I added all three to my cart as well as a couple other minifigures that are in upcoming and previous episodes, because a lot of it came in at once, because you have to. I waited about 6 months for that one, but anyway, that's kind of like normal waiting times. If you're thinking about getting into the customs, you will wait a while if you're pre-ordering them. By the time I got my payment info in, it said update to your cart, and it was Rebel Friend was removed because it had sold out. So, like, that row of minifigures, right? I'm only missing that because I have pre-ordered the other two figures, which we're going to for both layers. So, yeah, that's fun. But anyway, really cool looking minifigures. Absolutely no complaints whatsoever. These are top notch. Even the belt printing and everything. This is something else. These are the kind of figures that I'd looked for these beforehand, but was only finding them going for insanity money, so I wasn't paying for them. It's like custom minifigures could sell for a lot in the aftermarket. But anyway, let's get these over to the stand and place them, and I'll explain what I was on about with the rows. Alright then, we're over at the stand. So these minifigures, it's kind of obvious to see where one of them goes. So this one, Captain Antilles, goes right next to the Leia. That is cool. The Rebel Friend minifigure would have went there. And if I had one, insert the meme from Fairly Odd Parents. Here was what I was on about. So there's like Bush Leia would go here, and Endor Leia go there. Fun fact, they've been pre-ordered. So at some point they'll show up. And the Rebel Trooper, he goes between the Disguise Clone and the Stormtrooper down here. But this is looking really good. Those are figures that I've been trying to find for the better part of a year. My plan with this is to have 2 more episodes come out of what I already have. And then I want to do a video like a year kind of retrospective on this, what's missing and stuff like that, because people are bombarding my comment section on a stream asking for that. So that will be coming. Next episode will be 23.